So I'm currently in this nursing home getting the rest of my IV antibiotics to take care of the post-op infection I had. And I figured, why not branch into making some YouTube videos more mukbang like. So here is my hospital cheeseburger, or nursing home cheeseburger. And not terrible so far. No, I forgot to add some of the toppings that came with it. So I'm gonna record me telling this story in this video for memory's sake. Um, I had brain surgery and then a post-op infection, and they had to remove a piece of my skull, and that's why I'm on IV antibiotics to eradicate the infection. But anyway, I was laying in the hospital bed, the main hospital, the first hospital I was boarding at, and when I first met my neurosurgeon, I said, as soon as I became cognizant again, I've had this 40-year-old song I've been dying to sing to you. Um, and she replied cutely, well, what's that? And I said, Lobotomy, lobotomy. All the girls are in love with me. I'm a teenage lobotomy. And she responded, actually, no. We didn't actually touch any of the lobes of your brain. It was just in the outer protective area where the hemorrhage was that we had to operate on. And so that was good news, unexpectedly. So now that I've told that story, let's finish this burger. Mm. Again, not bad, but So, one negative thing about this place, and I don't know if it's like this for all nursing homes, what with the rise in diabetes or not, but at least in this place, when you ask for unsweetened tea, they give you artificially sweetened tea. Like it's the same thing. And I'm like, oh my god, no, that's worse. But let me go ahead and grab my water that visitors brought me. Ah. Ugh. I love water. It's the substance of life. And when I was 16 years old, I was living in Wisconsin at the time. My Boy Scout troop took a trip to Scout Ranch in New Mexico, and we backpacked through the woods for like 10 days, carrying all our food and water and tents and cots and sleeping bags and clothes in a backpack. And climbing the mountain. And anyway, I got dehydrated. And on top of that, I had altitude sickness, which made it even worse. So it was dry heaving, and it was just a terrible experience to have. And I was 16 years old. And so ever since that experience, I have been mass consuming water, just insane amounts, so that I never get dehydrated again. And in the hospital, especially on IV antibiotics, they give me so fucking much saline solution because they presume, like most men of my age, that I'm dehydrated as fuck and, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not dehydrated. I pay $500 a drop for drinking water in my home. And I drink a lot of it. But, that's neither here nor now. So, there's that. I guess I'll get started on my second part of my lunch. I'm definitely not eating this. I guess it's pudding with whipped cream on top. Most likely all artificially sweetened too, because of the diabetes epidemic that's in our older generations. But instead, I'll just have these highly processed peanut butter crackers, because oh, it's got that satisfying crunch. Oh yeah, y'all love that crunch. You know, that guru said the more bitter experiences a person has, the wiser he should become. Unfortunately, they don't do this. They dwell on negative experiences and become bitter themselves. Because human beings, are resistant to know the difference between memory, the present experience of life, and imagination. When you think about it, that's true. People get stuck living in these bitter experiences of life, these terrible times, and they keep thinking about it over and over again, reinforcing those neural pathways that run through their minds to create these negative moods and negative vibrations, and then everything they experience in the present experience of life has that negative tint to it. And they never have the blissed out experience of just being, just understanding that right here, right now, you can be perfectly just blissed out without needing anything outside of you to be different. Or worse, their imaginations thinking about future things and with a negative inclination and negative intent, they create negative future experiences. So the key is to understand the difference between memory, present experience of life, and imagination or the future. You see, I could dwell on the event that began all of this hospital stays this time, which was being jumped. I was placing a sticker on a dumpster. Someone ran up behind me and smashed my head into the dumpster. And then like 8 more meth heads jumped on me, emptied my pockets, and left me there to die. But I was brought into the hospital, and they put me under the knife and opened up my head, and then there was a post-op infection, and they had to remove a piece of my skull because of the infection, and then put me on antibiotics to make sure to eradicate the infection from my system. I could dwell on that and create these negative moods and negative neural pathways, or I could live in the present moment of now, the present experience of life, and just be blissed out enjoying my peanut butter crackers. Our past shouldn't affect our present experience of life. Uh, Need some liquidation here. Wrong word. Need some lubrication.